will know afterward this is not green, it's red. Exactly, we train our hearing system with these melodies. There are some main melodies, and we call it Maqamat. Why? Because this is saddle's melody. It's settled. Settled in the mind and the theoretical of the theories of music actually, and voices, and it's settled down. Anyone who knows that knowledge would tell you this is Maqam Bayati, for example. I'm giving you the names right now. So, those who are the scholars of this field of knowledge, which is music or voices or the melodies of the voices, they decided that this is blue. I mean, this is Bayati. You got what I'm saying? This is white. For the musicians, this is Saba, for example. That melody, when you train your hearing system, and that's connected with your mind, and you put it there, that input is there, and you train it, once you hear this melody, you'll tell, no, this is Maqam this is Maqam so and so. I'm going to give you an example. For example, Maqam Bayati. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم This melody, okay, the pitches in that stair is actually getting me into one tune that is familiar and known by the scholars of music, and those who are learning that type of knowledge, they will tell you this is Maqam al-Bayat. They named it Bayat, as we named this blue. They named it Bayat. Okay? And it's settled there. Anyone has that knowledge will come and tell you this is Bayat. If you tell them this is Saba, I will tell you, go back. Training your hearing system. That way. We have eight main maqamat, and we have a different maqamat that's mixed. We call it like maqamat far'iyya. So we have the main one, the major ones, and we have the other one that's connected, and it's mix of these maqamat, main maqamat. The maqam of the maqamat, they combine it in one or two words, and every letter has to do with one of the maqamat names. So they combine it in two words, which is Suni'a bisahrik. Suni'a bisahrik. This is an Arabic word. Suni'a bisahrik. It's made by your magic. That's the meaning of it. Suni'a bisahrik. But Sad is referred to Saba. Noon referred to Nahawan. Ayn referred to Ajam. Ba referred to Bayat or Bayati. Sin referred to Sega or Seka or Sika. Name it, whatever. It's just an accent. Then we go to Ha. Ha is Hijaz. Ra is Rust. And Kaf is Kurd. Some of these names are Persian, actually. Some are Arabic. And so on and so forth. We have something called Zanjawan. We have something called Bastanikar. We have something called Nawa Athar. We have these names. It came from Persia or from the Arab or combined. But the main ones that I mentioned is Suni'a bisahrik, Saba, Nahawand, Ajam, Bayat, Siga, Hijaz, Rust, and Kurd. An example of Maqam al-Kurd. That's another. That's the melody that you memorize and you start training your hearing system until you recognize that. Once you get this, you start switching between these maqamat and use that impact, and now hear how we use it in the Quran. Once you understand the Arabic language, this is one of the parts that I wanted to talk about in the topic of connecting ourselves with the Quran actually, is to understand the Arabic language. The language of the Quran is very, very important. You cannot just rely on the translation. That would help a lot, but it's not enough for anyone to get deep in the impact and the feelings and the emotions of the Quran and reflect upon these verses that Allah Ta'ala put something in it for us. what He wants us to do or to act. It's there, and we have to recognize it and to realize that the language has to do with that. It also has that impact of the melody. The melody itself has an emotional impact. I want to say, for example, Maqam al-Saba is a very sad maqam. The impact and the emotional that you can get is actually get you very sad, and you feel that in your heart. I will give you an example. وأصحاب الشمال ما أصحاب الشمال في سموم وحميم وظل من يحموم لا بارد ولا كريم. You feel that. And the opposite goes with ajal. It's a happiness. The happiness in it is the joyful maqam. And we apply it in the verses that's speaking about something nice, like Jannah, for example. I will go with the people of the right hand, and they are the people of Jannah. وَأَصْحَابُ الْيَمِينِ مَا أَصْحَابُ الْيَمِينِ فِي سِدْرٍ مخضود وطلح منضود وظل ممدود وماء مسكوب وفاكهة كثيرة لا مقطوعة ولا ممنوعة وفرش مرفوعة إنا أنشأناهن إنشاء فجعلناهن أبكارا عربا أترابا لأصحاب اليمين. You feel that happiness, you feel it. You get that impact and that emotion. And so on and so forth. The Maqamat has a lot of impacts, but you have to learn it, you have to know it, then to use it right. It's a gift. First, you have to have a gift of using your hearing system right and translate what you hear into your voice to get that impact. It's a long process. It took me my whole life, but may Allah accept, inshallah. Jazakallah khair.